Hi, Sue here from Mystic Matters. Thanks very much for joining me. If you've been drawn to this particular video, then this is what you need to know. I'm using the Mythic Tarot, and they're based on Greek mythology. Okay. There seems to be quite a lot of emotional stuff going on at the moment. It's a bit of a battle with the ego and the emotions, where there's quite a bit of conflict. And if there's a particular situation that you feel very emotional about and you're kind of battling with, try and visualize it as a mountain. Now, on one side of this mountain is like a sheer cliff, and you think, I can never ever surmount this. I can never get to the top of this. It's just too much. But if you walk around to the other side of the mountain, it could be completely different terrain. There could be nice slopes and a path and nice green grass and few seats along the way, and it's easy to get to the top of it. So what I'm meaning is, look at any situation that seems overwhelming. Try and look at it from another angle, another perspective, because that will help, and it will enable you to overcome in bite-sized pieces. It's like the old joke, isn't it? How do you eat an elephant? It said one bite at a time. And that is what this really is kind of encouraging you to do, to not get overwhelmed with the emotions and the egos and all that sort of thing. There is money coming, and you're going to have more than you've had before. Maybe this is something that this emotional stuff is about. Maybe you're waiting for, maybe it's a legacy, maybe it's a win, maybe, there's so many scenarios, but there is more money coming your way. And some opportunities as well. Now, with these opportunities, they might not come in pretty packages. Sometimes we have the habit of, if things don't look quite right, we think, oh, I'm not going to try that. I'm not going to try that. I encourage you to give everything a chance, because things can sometimes just take a turn and turn out to be so much better than you could ever have imagined. I mean, an analogy I like to use is, say it's your birthday and you get all these presents in different colored packages, but you decide that you're only going to open the parcels that have got blue paper, and you send all the others back without knowing what's in them. So again, opportunities are coming out of the blue, things that you haven't been looking for, haven't expected. It's the universe sending you opportunities. So open each package, see if it resonates with you. If it doesn't, then you won't have any what ifs. I'd tried that. What if I'd tried this? You will think, okay, not for me. Well, maybe not now, maybe at a future date, but at least you will have looked and kind of seen what possibilities are there. Maybe it's something you pick up at a later stage, but don't dismiss things out of hand. And going back to the opportunities, do look at them all very carefully, because if something comes in gold, glittery, golden glitter and looks absolutely fabulous, don't just look at the packaging. Go deeper. Look at where the potential is. Where is it likely to lead? Is it leading to a dead end, or are there real opportunities there? Because, one of my grandmother's favorite sayings was, all that glistens is not gold. and this goes here. So if you look at things through rose-colored glasses and you don't delve into the possibilities, then you'll end up feeling, oh, this hasn't worked out the way I expected. Should I just cut my losses, or do I just put up with it? So, and it really is a case of, if you had done your homework and you'd looked at it carefully, you'd have known already that it wouldn't have turned out exactly as you were kind of envisaging. So do your homework, and then you don't have to go through this stage of regret and feeling, oh dear. Also, don't take on more than you can physically handle. This might have been something you've done in the past, hence this battle with the emotions and feeling of overwhelm. You can't do a week and a half's work in a week. You just can't. And it is also comes with this message of support people who need it. But if people are just a bit too lazy to do their own thing, and you've become the maybe general dog's body, or you're looked to do everything, you have to learn to say no. Well, you don't have to, but it's advisable to learn to say no, because we can help people and they get in the habit of being used to getting that help. But what we're doing, we think we're being kind, and we think we're being, generous and helpful and loving. But what we're doing is actually stunting their growth, because the longer they sit around, I mean, you could be applying for their jobs for them, but what if you aren't there? They won't know how to do it themselves, this kind of thing. So just learn to say no. If someone's broken their leg, can't get out shopping, by all means help, because they need your help. But if it's just the fact that somebody's too lazy to get up off the sofa, it's a different ball game. You're not anybody's slave. You've got your own life to live as well. So it's about learning to say no. And there'd be joy and celebration, validation of a commitment. So you give 100% to the work you do, your friends, your family, and this is a case of celebration and being very, very proud of yourself. And it's a really, really lovely card. And if you learn to say no, you're likely to get more respect as well. It's a funny thing, that after the initial backlash. Anyways, a quick recap. It feels like it's quite an emotional time for you, a bit of a battle with the ego, the emotions. So, as I said before, anything that is making you feel emotional, look at it from a different angle. If it's to do with another person, put yourself in their shoes and look at it from their angle as well. And that can be really illuminating. But try and calm down those emotions, because emotions are great. That gives the world more color. But if the emotions are actually running you, then you'll feel in constant chaos, feel constant overwhelm, not being able to get a handle, not being able to sleep properly. As soon as you wake up, you're worrying. It's not a healthy way to be living when you're in fight or flight mode all the time. And that's what a kind of living in constant emotional turmoil equates to. There is money coming, more than you've had before, whether it be a win, a legacy, pay rise. It doesn't matter where it comes from, but there is more financial support coming your way. And there's also opportunities, ones that you haven't looked for, you haven't asked for, but it's like the universe kind of throwing a few things your way to see what you're going to do with them. As I said before, don't dismiss anything out of hand just because it doesn't look pretty or it's not what you would have imagined going for. So don't dismiss things out of hand, but also look at all the opportunities that will come your, or any opportunity that comes your way, don't look at it through rose-colored glasses either. Delve into it, delve into maybe the people that you might be working with, or if it's about products, maybe looking into the products, are they sustainable? Are they, are they ethical? All these different things. So look into things, because you don't want to kind of waste time and go kind of full in, especially with the money you've got. These opportunities, you have the money available to take advantage of those opportunities. So you want to make sure that you're not squandering it, you're not throwing it away on something that is only going to make you feel, oh, it hasn't worked out the way I expected, and maybe I just need to cut my losses. So bear that in mind, and don't overwork yourself. Don't take on more than you can physically handle. You don't have to be the workhorse for the whole endeavor. So just learn to say no. If you've got too much on, delegate. No, it's hard sometimes, but let's delegate if you can't. Because if you've got too much to do, then you can't really do everything to the best of your ability, because you don't have time. So you end up with shortcuts, you end up with mistakes, you end up having to do things again. So it's really important, that you don't overload yourself. And then you will have really good reason for celebration. And because the opportunities that come your way, you will have researched them, you'll have checked them out, you will discard the ones that don't fit or aren't a fit for the moment. You will go with the opportunity that resonates, that it feels rock solid. You won't have overworked, you won't have kind of beat yourself into the ground by working kind of 15-hour days, and you will come out and be really celebratory. It's like, I've given 100%, and I'm really proud of myself, and there's a lot of joy and celebration. So it's really, really good. As I said, put the emotions onto the back burner, and don't work too hard. All right. Okay. I hope that's been of help, and maybe see you again sometime. Bye.